How you doing, guys? Just the class tonight, we're going to have a look at the basic sweep, and what we're doing is we're having a look at the pass from the basic sweep. We did no gi variation this morning, but what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at a gi variation. The biggest downfall of the gi variation is the controls that my partner has over me, and the ability for them to stop my hip motion, or most likely have the ability to complete the sweep. So today's one's really simple. We're not going to go through anything too advanced, and we're just going to make it a partner assisted drill.
Did you turn off your Wi-Fi on your phone?
No. It's okay, let it off. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have a look at this to start with. So we'll do the first part of the tech, and I'll do a little bit of detail. Then you swap with your partner. Your partner will do the second or the first part of the tech. We'll do the second part of the tech, etc. So what we're going to do is going to get Emma inside, or she's going to be in the back. I'm going to be inside her full guard or her closed guard. So Emma's over here. And what we'll be doing is we're going to be looking at doing the sweep towards the camera from the basic sweep. So inside the closed guard, the way this normally works is that she gets hold of the collar and she gets hold of the sleeve from here. And just nice and easy. She's going to hip escape away from me. Her shin goes across her front and other leg goes onto the ground. This is the most common mistake that I see people do, is they pull the arm towards the ground, which is putting me onto the leg. As they try to scissor their legs now, my weight's on. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to lock and we're going to lock, so these engage. We're slowly going to pull our head away. And that puts my weight off balance. So instead of the motion being that we're trying to pull our partner past the guard, we're using our core, and at the last part we scissor our legs. So again, so everyone gets their grips right. So we have the sleeve control, we have the collar control, it's on the same side. So we're both working on the same side that we're sweeping. She does a small hip escape out to the side. And what she's doing by default, she's creating a space for me to fall into, where if she just turns around in front, I'm on top of her, which is harder to sweep me. We lock the core. We're now going to slowly move our head away, at the same time straighten our top leg. And this will put you in a really good position to slide your knee over, so you can drive off your elbow and slide your knee over. Plus you keep the arm. So if I was Emma, I'll be pushing the arm across the body to this side to arm up. And we have some of the moves that we've done where I'll go to cross body mount from here as well. We did these in a few lessons ago. And again, so same person, guys. Let's go through a little bit of detail. We're in the full guard or the closed guard. My partner's going to grip hold of the sleeve and the collar on the same side. And what normally happens, I start to hunker down. So she moves her butt out to the side and her leg goes to the ground from here. This is a common mistake. I see people now pull themselves to try and get onto the guard. What we're going to do is we're going to move our head away and slowly straighten the top leg. Boom. The knee comes over and we fold the arm. Excellent. I'm just going to allow someone to come into the zoom. 2 seconds, guys.
Hey, Flynn. See if I can get him in.
Hey.
Hey, Flynn.
Flynn, how you doing, guys?
Oh, he disappeared again.
Oh.
Hey, there's
okay,
Flynn.
Sweet. Okay, so we'll do part 2. I will go partner over. So this is the second partner, so Emma's onto her back. Once again, this is just the basic sweep, but we're going to go into a little bit of detail. So there's nothing basic about Jiu Jitsu. So anyone that says, oh, it's a basic sweep is more of a definition, because it's a sweep that you learn early, not an advanced sweep. So it's basic because it's one of the first sweeps that you learn. We get our closed guard or full guard. On the same side that my partner's trying to sweep me, she gets hold of the sleeve and hold of the collar. It's really important that my partner moves out to the side, so there's a valley for me to fall into. The leg goes to the ground. Now, what we're doing is I'm going to fight, so I've got my hand on top of her to try and push back. The way this sweep works is my partner simply extends her head away from me and crosses the arm over. And it doesn't matter at this stage here about where our arms are. We just want to get to the mount position. So this is really hard for me to move. Okay? So we go again. So inside the full guard, we're starting off with the sweep. We're going to go on the same side. It's nice and easy. That way you can auto-correct. If you feel things are going wrong, you can actually normally feel your way through. We're going left and right. Sometimes your hands are in the wrong positions. So if I was you, just for the purpose of these first couple of classes, we're going to keep working the same side. So, grip up. Okay, so on the same side, we have the collar and the sleeve. We move out to create a space for my partner to fall into. Knee goes on the ground from here. Now, like I said, one of the basic ways that we do the swim without triangles is the legs, but if I'm hunkered down, it doesn't work. So Emma's going to engage her core. These don't move. And she's going to move her head away, scissor her top leg. Now, stop. So her knee comes over before her foot. So her knee comes over first, compacts on the body, and she pushes the arm over. Boom, from here. Awesome. So that's the basic sweep. Now that we know how to do that, we've done it 2 or 3 times each. So we're now going to have a look at one of the ways that I like to play around with the basic sweep. Okay, so from here, my partner gets a grip. So if they get the grip onto this side, my hand's going to go into the belt from here. As Emma does a small hip escape out to the side, and her knee comes across in front, from here. As she starts to move her head away, I start to come up. I now sit down, and I'm now past the guard. So I'm now inside the half guard. Most people will now lock up the half guard to try and cover the half guard. Let me show you that again from the side point of view. It's a really easy little way to do it. So we're in the full guard. Emma gets the grips onto the side and side. As she hip escapes away, what I'm waiting for is the knee to come across. What I'm doing is I can't use this hand here. And as I come to my toes, so can you just lift your foot up? So I'm on my toe, I'm not flat, I'm on my toes. There's a bit of weight driving into a top leg. As she starts to move her head away, I come up. And I simply step over the leg. One more time.
It's like you teach me power and then you just take it away.
So we've taught you how to do the basic sweep a little bit better, but still it's not going to help you in some positions. So again, so she gets a grip, 1 and 2 from here. I can't grab the leg, right? So she's broken the grip from here, and I'm like, man, she's going to scissor sweep me. So as she turns to the side from here, once I feel the knee come across, I load to my toes. As she moves her head away, I simply come up and step. So I've actually cleared the leg now. I'm inside the half guard. The way this works is my partner has to try to do the sweep. Right, so if they're not doing the sweep, then it's easy to pass the guard. So we're kind of hedging our bets on our partner doing real Jiu Jitsu and actually trying to sweep me. Swap over. So from here, I'm going to go from this side so Emma can see, so you guys can see. So full guard. I get my grip, so 1, 2. When I do my sweep, if I sweep from here, I'm putting my partner onto me, which makes it really hard to sweep. So what I'm doing is I'm actually moving out here. So there's a whole void to put my partner into. I lock my knees here. So Emma's going to come to her toes, or she's doing, wait, onto her toes. So she's not coming up, just onto her toes. So don't come up. Okay. So as I extend, she simply stands up, and I extend, and she'll go straight through to the half guard. Right, so if you have a look, her legs on the outside, both of my legs are on the inside. Caught from here. And again. So from the full guard, you've got to come to your toes, guys, otherwise you don't get the power to drive. And you can do this from standing up, but we're just doing a little micro motion. I don't want to stand up and have the ability to hip escape away or move away from me. So I sit up, grip, from here, hip escape to the side. We're going to go nice and slow. I move to the side, my knee comes through, she can't hold. Go back. So we're not stepping out, guys. We're simply standing up. You can't, so you've got to put all your weight into your right hand. Yeah, pop. Right? So that's what we're looking for, is onto our toes. I want to explain this to you because we're missing a bit. Can I put your this way? Okay, so we're the same person. I'm just going to cover a little bit of detail because we're missing a part here, and you're going to get your leg caught. You're actually going to get swept. So from here, we don't come up, we don't come up, we don't come up, we don't come up. Toes. That's it. Now, as I'm moving away, All we do is we come up to both toes and put your weight onto my shin. And I sweep, so as I sweep, that's where we're going to go. Right, so we're going to catch it inside. We'll do a little bit of stop over. So get a grips. Okay, moves to the side. So I can't post on this one, right? So everyone understands. So I'm just loading my toes. So I'm not moving my body, I'm just loading my toes. What I'm seeing some guys, you're coming up here, she can't do it. So I'm just coming up from here onto my toes. As she starts to sweep, what I'm doing is I come up, but I'm pushing backwards to come through.
Yep.
Sorry. So again, so I'm seeing some of you guys, you're trying to drive to pass the guard. You're driving into their legs. What I'm doing is I'm trying to do like a Torianda or a bullfighter guard pass. So I'm letting her legs sweep underneath me. What she does is, I'm trying to go light from here. Neo, come here. And kick. Sorry guys.
I'll give you the other one, Joe. Sorry.
Sorry guys. What's up, please, monkey? Okay, we're just doing a video, buddy. Hi to everyone. Say Flynn's there. Say hello to Flynn. Hello. Say hello to everyone. Hello. Hey guys. We're looking forward to seeing you guys back inside our gym, aren't we? Yeah? We do a headstand and a roll. Way. Oh my gosh. Great break form. Okay. You like to take measures.
Inside for this.
Okay, so we'll just do this again, guys. So we're having a look at the motion. So I'm not driving forwards. Jump on your backwards.
I'm not enough space again. Sorry, guys.
So we're just here.
No, Nia, Mommy can't. You need to go inside. Alright.
Don't throw it. Okay, sorry guys. What's that?
My phone.
What's out here. Cool. I'll get Mummy's phone. Do you want Mummy's phone? Sorry guys. Okay, so the motion from here, let me explain, is Emma's from here onto her side. She's got the grips, the collar and the sleeve. I can't post on this one, so it's my hand and my hip, and I'm trying not to put too much weight onto Emma. So I'm on my toes. As she starts to move away, I'm coming back here. So I'm actually clearing the leg. Does that make sense? So I'm actually... I'll get it for you if you're good. You've got to sit down for 10 seconds, okay? And again, guys, let me explain it to you, okay? So from here, so you have to concentrate on what I'm doing from here. So we have the grips from here and here. I can't hold this from here. So as Emma starts to put pressure, my weight goes onto my right, so the weight goes onto here and here. And what I'm doing is I'm extending and I'm kind of turning to step over. So it allows me to pass guard, and I'm not holding this hand here. Okay, it's 2 seconds, guys. Okay. You need to be good, buddy, because we have to use class. So
I suppose
you need to be good.
You need to be good.
You need to be good.
Sorry, everyone.
There you go. There you go. Inside. Inside. Okay. So the drill, once again, guys, is from here. You can do it. Sorry, guys. So the drill from here is I get my grips, I turn to do the hip escape from here, up, and from here, as I put pressure, she puts a pressure here and here. You need just to sit over here, buddy, just for a little bit. From here and here. Now, I'm doing the class, buddy. You need to sit down here. So from here. And as I do my sweep, I'm going to put some weight here and here, comes up. No, you don't turn. No, stop. Okay, 2 secs, guys. Come on. Sorry, 2 secs.
He's gonna start banging so loud.
So again, so from here, jump on your back, this. Okay, really sorry guys. So she's doing the sweep this way, control, so sleeve and collar. My hand's here. What I'm doing is I can't back step from here, right? So as she does it, I come to my toes, I'm putting my weight here. I'm not turning, so it's all here. And I simply rock, I don't come here, I come back here. And then land. So I'm kind of creating space for her to scissor her legs, and I'm just basically moving inside. And again, so from here, the control, my hand, from here. As I feel the tension, I can't use this one. Instead of trying to back step it, I just simply drive the weight here and step. So I'm actually stepping straight through to the half guard position. That's a nice and easy control. Okay. Swap over, guys, we're going to go to the next stage. So this time what my partner's going to do is, my partner's going to grab hold of both of my legs, but the way we do is put the head inside the stomach, and that kind of locks you into the position, so it's harder for me to control you. So again, from here, I do the basics. So the basic sweep, she comes up onto her toes, I'll move to the side, I lock it in. As I scissor, she simply puts weight here, and I go through and I miss. What Emma's going to do now is she's going to put her head into my stomach, but it's going to be on this side. Right. And now this is the hardest part, is she's now going to start to drive her head into me and straighten her legs to pass go. So it's very hard for me to hold. Her right hand, or her top arm, goes under my leg and she holds. Now, she's going to make sure that everything's nice and tight. So I've still got kind of the half guard. She's now going to drive her head into my stomach to turn me around the corner. And she's going to make sure there's a wedge underneath me, so my legs are up in the air and her hips are under me. And again. So again, so from the half guard or from the full guard, we get the controls. I'll move to the side. She comes up onto her toes. As she's doing here, she simply puts her weight onto this side and this side. And as I do my scissor sweep, it goes through. She'll now catch the half guard. The downfall is I need your head to be on this side of me. So now I'm going to try and push. As I'm pushing, she grabs hold of my legs with both the arms. And now, this is the hardest part, is she's simply going to straighten her leg and start the pass. You can now transfer your head and come under. So you've got to make sure that your legs are underneath and you've got the good control. And again.
Do my hips need to be above your hips, or they'll be
I want you as high on my body as you can. Right? So from again, here, we have the controls. From here, I do my little sweep. So from here, little sweep from here. Up, toes, pressure, and comes up. So back steps, form, controls. From here, up. Her head comes on the inside. And now what she's doing is she's trying to run her right hand behind my leg. So she's got hold of it and her arm's over. She now drives her head into me. As I try and push, she comes around the guard. One more time, we're going to swap over, guys.
Put too much weight in your legs, haven't I?
Yeah, you want to try and keep the weight more into my stomach. And you want to lift my legs up so it's hard for me to...
So it's TPing from you?
It's more that you're running that way. So instead of lifting that, you're kind of running so that my hips turn that way instead of this way, which enables me to speak to you. So again. So the grip from here, do my small hip escape. Well, from here, so as I come through, she back steps. Well, now this hardest part is for the knee, but we now just drive this side down Yeah, to crush it. So now she can come around, grab it, and heads on the inside. Grips up. As I push away, she straightens. And this is what I mean now. She's going to try and block my hips out. So she transfers the head. And what she's doing, she's running this way now. Yeah, that way to put me onto my back. So she's got a good control. So I can't move her anymore. Okay, swap top to bottom, please, guys. One more, please. So from here, we have the controls. From here, I set up my sweep. She goes toes to pressure, boom. Now, drops her weight down on this side again. So that weight's constant all the whole way through. Her hand comes around, so she's going over my legs. So if you have a look, that's her hand. It's gone all around. She grabs, drives her head into me, and passes. Well, from here. Now, what we're doing is, I've got the ability to drive into her now. So she's simply turning my hips around, yeah, but she's going to keep her weight more onto my stomach and shoulders, so I can't wriggle. One more time. And again. So from here, the basic sweep. In the basic sweep position, so you guys get to practice the basic sweep. So go hip escape from here. As I switch, goes toes and step. The head comes onto the inside and your top hand hugs. So it's going around both my legs. So that's her hand here, it's around both my legs. She drives her head into me, and as I push, I straighten up, and she straightens. Once she's past the guard, her hip comes down, but she's running. See, right now, I've got the ability to drive her that way. So she turns me over, and she ends up here. Okay, good job. Just going to have a 2-second break. I'll check on there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the mount upgrade. And this is just a nice little triangle. Some of you guys are already doing this, some of you guys aren't, but we'll have a look at how to get a really nice control on it. So just wait for Emmy to come back in. Sorry guys. One of these, we're going to go so that you're going to see the back of me, so you can actually see Emma's leg motion. We're going to do, so this will be the first person that we're going to go through again. So if you're doing a partnership, this is the first person. So we're going to go on this side, so this way you can see the final part of it. So Emma's inside my full guard, my closed guard. 1, 2, the controls. As I move to the side, she goes to toes. And as I do my sweep, so as I'm extending, she comes up and steps over, but her head comes in. She keeps a little bit of pressure here. So this will help control the leg, and her hand comes over, but her head stays on this side. She now walks this way to clear and drives. Bottom. So control. Now what she's going to do, she's going to slide her bottom leg underneath and hold my knees with the top hand. As I try and push, she steps over and triangles. So it's a really horrible position. And she doesn't really do anything for me. It's like into spider. I put my hands out as wide as I can and just kind of climb up from here, and there's nothing much I can do. And again. And so from here again, inside the full guard or the closed guard, I start with exactly the same position from here, the grips. I move my hips to the side, turn, scissor sweep. She puts pressure, boom, controls, hand comes over, head goes on this side here. So as I try and push to defend the guard, she simply starts to extend her legs and passes around. You can turn her head now from here. So I'm trying to move. So what I'm doing is she's waiting for me to try and hip escape. So her leg comes under and her leg comes over. So this is where we go to the triangle. Instead of trying to drive high, we just simply roll our knees to the ground. Oh, so that controls me. Hands out nice and wide, because otherwise I'll continue to roll you. So you have to have your hands out wide, and then we'll simply just start to climb up. Nice work. Okay, and again. So from the full guard, we get the gear grip from here. We do a nice little hip escape, turn, pressure, great work. Head on the inside, As I try and push, she grabs my legs now, please. Grab my legs. Nice. Head on the inside. Cup your hands together. Drive, drive, drive. As I try and push, she rolls the hips through. Boom. Exhale. So this is the hardest part is I'm going to try and move her. So she's waiting for that. Once she feels like her legs come under and over, and her hands go wide instantly. If your hands are caught up in roll because we're a cylinder, so it's so important that once we lock our legs together, our hands come out wide. Don't worry about the chokes or anything. There's not much I can do from here. The one thing I do like to do is, if I'm in this position, is I like to put my hand underneath the arm and grab the back of the collar. So your hand comes underneath, use the other one please so people can see, and grab the back of the collar. What this does, it anchors you to, so now you've got somewhere, you can just simply pull up, and now when you get here, my arm's in the position where you want it to be, which is on the far side. So when you first get it, it doesn't seem like a threat to me, but now we're in this position here, it's definitely a threat. Okay guys, so swap over please. We're going to have the other person's going to have a shot. So inside the full guard. No, you're okay. We'll get our grips up guys. So we have the collar and hold of the sleeve from here. Or when I do my hip escape, I'm hip escaping here. Knee comes through, boom. So it's really important that Emma controls my leg as fast as she can and puts her head to the other side as fast as we can. No, other side. Here. Yeah. So let me explain. What I mean by that, can you put your head up please? Is, see this? I've got the collar control. So if you don't put your head down as fast as you can, I'm going to start to sit up, I'm going to start to try and lasso and push you away because I've got the control. But once your head goes onto the inside position, here, I can't control it because it's out. Even if the hand's under, lift your head up please. Even if the hand's under, put your head over. It's not really a choke because once you start to TP and kick, walk around, it actually becomes null and void. My hand's in the bad position. I've seen guys try and do the chokes from here, but now I'm ready to defend the guard pass. So she lifts up. Once I try and kick straight, I use this as an upgrade position. Nice. Remember, hand comes under one please. And if you go both if you want to, and pop your head up and just pull yourself up nice and high. And once you get to the mount, you've got the arm on the good side, you can start your kimuras or your attacks from here. Okay. And again.
I'm looking at it disheveled.
It's okay. Okay, so control and control. Once again, I want you guys to practice your hip escape, so we're not just going through the motions. Make sure that your hip escape out to the side. I get my grips from here, legs down, I extend, and I'm trying to sweep. She gets a control, head on the inside, I defend, she straightens her legs, passes, so I'm trying to do the right thing. Even if I try and turn, she's got the control, my legs are straight, so she upgrades. Nice. Make sure you're coming over my knees. See how Emma's over? So you're higher than my knees. It doesn't work if you're low. So if you find yourself lower, you've got to kind of hip escape, keep hip escaping, keep up to your above the knees, and then beautiful from here. Nice, awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to swap. This is one of the last variations that we're going to do, and it's just off the scissor sweep and the grips. I want to keep this pretty basic because we're going to run out of time. We only got the 30 minutes or so on the Zoom. So as Emma gets the grips,
Sorry.
it's okay. Gets the grips from here, and I've got the belt, and I'm kind of like, man, she's kind of beat me to the punch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep myself. So I'm actually going to come to my toes, and as she sweeps me, I sweep myself. So I'm actually jumping past the position. So instead of trying to fight it, I'm actually kind of jumping past to get to the position. And I normally jump straight through the guard. We end up in a bit of a scramble, but because I've got hold of her belt in the top position, it's quite easy for me to control her. So again, I just go slow motion. Now we'll go one way, then we'll go the other way so you guys can see. So she's got all the hip escape, the scissor sweep, and as she starts to move her head, I come to my toes. And what I'm doing is I'm jumping past the guard and I get my control. I'll do it on the other side so you guys can see. So we're here and here. I don't have this, like this hand's null and void, so I can't even put it on the ground. So I come to my toes. As she does this, I simply step to come past the guard. My elbow's fighting for the inside position, and I get my guard pass. So we'll do this one more time, and then I'm going to swap over and the other person can have a shot.
This is why I feel sweeps never work for me.
It's not that they don't work, it's just that
It's a counter to everything.
yeah, like Jiu Jitsu is a two-way door. Like no matter what you do, there's a way in and there's a way out.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty about Jiu Jitsu. Like otherwise, if something just worked 100% of the time, you just do that one thing. So the thing about Jiu Jitsu, why, I mean, after my 20 odd years of training, I mean, I still love this. Like, I'm never bored with it. I'm still learning and all that. It's like I still have the quench for knowledge. Is that it doesn't stop, and it's constantly evolving. One of the guys I trained with, was Jiu Jitsu Gi, showed me this really cool variation from him. I can't do it. He could do it. He's a little bit more cerebral than me. But I'll try, prepare for epic failure. So she goes from here, I get hold of this from here, I'm going to go really slow, so I go pop, I come underneath from this here, my leg comes under, I come through. And I use that to roll to the toe hold. So it's a really cool, don't do that kids. So it's such a cool,
I can imagine Flynn's gonna be rewind.
So it's basically like we're doing a half back take off the so doing a bit of an invert of half back take. Focus, last one guys, we're gonna swap over. As the controls, hand on here, I go to my toes. As she moves her head away, I'm simply diving, pop, from here. When I land, switch, to get my guard pass. Swap over, top to bottom. Do you want to shot this one?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So we're just going to finish off with this tech, guys. I'll do it 2 times this way, and then 2 times that way, and that'll be the today's lesson, guys. So grip 1, grip 2. So we're going to go really slow. As I'm here on your toes, you don't have control of this hand. So as I'm just, you jump in, pop, nice. And now you've got to switch your hips. Yes, good girl. 1. Very cool. And again, so I get to practice my basic sweep. Hip escape, leg comes through from here, nice and slow. As soon as that extends, she jumps, pop, bomb. Switch your hips, pop, down, control. Yeah, because you want to put me on my back, you don't want me setting up. Awesome. 2 on the other side. Control. I do my little hip escape, so hip escape from here, leg comes through, pull, 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 toes and jumps, pop, nice. And you want to keep, yes, you weight on me, so it's hard for me to scramble. And again. Awesome. I get my grips, my collar and my sleeve. I do the correct motion, move away, put my knee through from here. Now, Emma comes up to toe, and as I do, yeah, and now control. So from here, because I'm going to recover guard, you don't put your hips down. Right, so you have to put your hips down straight away. Because, and now the worst thing about it is I've recovered guard, but we're into a triangle position because your hand's out. So when we do this, you've got to land and scramble. And again. So I don't mean to grab it here. I do hip escape out to the side. Move, leg comes through, on her toes, we go slow, as I'm pulling, pop, yeah, and control, heap spin, roll me over, good job. And then from there, we've got the ability to go back and do some of the other stuff that we've done from there, like the leg controls and the leg triangles and all that as well. Sorry about the kids guys, or sorry about Neo, it's what it is doing the videos at home. He wants to be involved in it, so yeah. Yeah, but it's his dinner time and his bedtime. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I am working on a video library. I've had a couple of little hiccups uploading them into categories. I've got the videos basically there to go, but there's just a whole pile, so you have to kind of go through them to label them. So I'm trying to get that done. So Brett and myself are working really hard to give you guys a library, which is kind of like gi, no gi, Muay Thai, fitness, and then we're going to try and subcategorize it as well, like passing, attacks, arm bars, which will take a little bit of time, but we're working quite hard on that. We're trying to have that done hopefully by the end of this week or next week. We're just having a lot of issues with uploading the videos, the 30-minute videos at the moment.
I think Zoom at the moment is being used by lots. It's struggling.
Yeah.
So
Not just that they're uploading, not on Zoom, but uploading, like the NBN network's really struggling with uploading. So not even on the Zoom, it's just uploading onto YouTube and that. But anyway, guys, we'll deal with that as we go through. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Once again, if there's anything that you guys want to go over, just send me a private message or comment on the video, and I'll go through and do that. Just so you guys know, next week, so we're only on Tuesday, so we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we've got four more videos to go through. The week after that, we're looking at submissions from fixed positions. So we're going to go like to near right submissions, mount submissions, back control submissions, and we're trying to get some really like key fundamental submissions into the game. I appreciate it, guys. If you haven't had dinner, go and have your dinner. Keep flattening that curve, guys. I heard through the grapevine, wasn't Facebook, that we're doing a really good job. So keep doing it, and before long, man, like hopefully before we know it, we're back in the gym training, choking each other. Can't wait to wrestle you guys. It's been like such a long time before I choke someone. Anyway, okay, 1, 2, 3. Thanks, guys. See you.